Hello and welcome to Point of View. Today I'm driving a 2016 Honda CRV. This is the 2-liter petrol engine in elegant trim. It also has some optional extras like a navigation system, preset system, and I think that's it. As you can see, it has the cloth interior. If you choose the executive or the lifestyle version, you will get either leather or Alcantara plus leather. Those are very nice. But I have to say that this sort of textile seat is actually very nice and very comfortable. It doesn't give a lot of support, but yeah, it's nice. Now it's winter time here in Estonia, and therefore we have studded tires. This one is riding on Goodyear Ultra Grip tires. They are extremely good on ice, but quite noisy on asphalt right now. If you can believe, a week ago we had like 20-30 centimeters of snow everywhere. Right now it's showing me it's 6 degrees outside, so it's all gone. It has all the comfort needs you could ask for. Heated seats, cruise control, climate control, electric this and that. It has 2 screens, as you can see. The bigger screen is the navigation screen, and it's an optional extra. But the smaller screen, I think it's actually standard on all of the models. The bigger screen also acts as a reversing camera. I think that's an optional extra as well. As of the price, this car aspect with the navigation and metallic paint and etc is about 27,000 to 28,000 euros. It's actually really good value considering what you get: 4-wheel drive, the extra ride height, all the equipment you could ask for basically. Now this is the manual gearbox car, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'd choose the automatic because it's just nicer. You won't go anywhere fast anyway, because the 2-liter engine, which has 114 kilowatts, well, it isn't very punchy, I have to say. The steering wheel is covered in leather. There are many buttons you can choose. Audio controls here, cruise control settings here, telephone settings here, and something down here. I don't even know what this does. Oh, it's radio functions as well. Yeah, but the steering wheel is actually quite small. It's smaller than the previous CRV, so it's kind of sportier. The gearbox is quite slick, definitely a big improvement over the last generation one. I haven't driven the automatic yet. The last generation's automatic was so slow and so dim-witted that it basically didn't do anything. But the manual is an upgrade. I think the automatic will be better as well. As of the gearbox, the clutch throw is actually quite long, and you really have to think about your gear changes. You will get used to it, because the clutch bite point is actually quite high for a brand new car. This car has done, and I'm not joking, 30 kilometers. So it's brand new. It's like 5 days old or something like that. So yeah, maybe it will change, maybe it will drive in, I don't know. The audio settings are very nice. The screen is quite neatly laid out. This audio power off right now. As you can see, you get this sort of bluish screen. It's also a touchscreen. It's fairly responsive. Nothing wrong with that. But I have to say that the blue tint at night will drive you crazy. As of the navigation, I don't know, it's okay. It's okay. As I've said before, I am not a fan of these new navigation systems in cars. I prefer the mobile one. I like Waze, I like Google Maps. They just are better and they just work. Basically, if you want the navigation screen in this car, you will have to pay what's like basically an iPhone 7 to get it in here, and that's just not worth it. Why don't you just buy an iPhone 7? It's just easier. The side mirrors are just huge. They're like elephant ears. They're really practical. You can see a lot out of them, but they are huge. I mean really huge. Now this car also has the eco mode. If you press this button here, everything turns green and economical. Yeah, it basically tells you to shift up sooner, and the car actually reacts a little bit lazier, I think. You can't really tell that much, but the throttle position is quite different. It's not as eager as it was on normal mode. It has a really nice sounding engine actually. It's basically classical Honda. If you want to rev it, you can. It doesn't feel like you're thrashing it in the higher RPM range. You don't hear that much engine note in the car. Previous generation one was definitely a lot louder. Actually, the steering can be quite hard at lower speeds. I'm actually quite surprised because turning in, you don't really feel the car is working with you by making the steering lighter, by which in this type of car, it should. Taking a quick look outside, as you see, this car has sort of bronze, sort of dark brown metallic paintwork with nice black wheels. It actually looks quite nice, I think. It's definitely not an ugly car. In the back, you have plenty of legroom. This is my driving position. Back seats are really comfortable. They're quite soft. As you can see, the headrests tilt back if you want it to. This all folds back. It's very practical. Yeah, it's actually quite nice. Loads of headroom, I have to say that. In front, you can see the design is it's very nice actually. So to start it up, just put the key in the ignition, start up, handbrake off, and you're ready to go. Reverse gear is okay. Why do you have to give me this warning? It's not necessary. Okay, so it has 6 gears. Reverse gear is this and back, and as you can see, there is a reversing camera here. You can choose between a really wide view, a narrow view, and I don't know what this is. This is from, oh, it's just down. Okay, that's quite practical. This car isn't very economical. Driving around the city, no, I mean it. Right now, it's showing me that it's doing 13.8 liters for 100 kilometers. I know, stop starts and some accelerations, but still it's quite a lot. Now you can change the smaller screen with this button on the steering wheel. You can either have a clock, radio information, your distance travel information, or just a black screen. I prefer the distance and travel information. One thing I really do not like about this car is the fact that I know you have audio buttons on the steering wheel. That's okay, but if you have buttons for the audio control like this one, it's just not comfortable. If you want to turn up quickly, it doesn't work. If you want to turn down quickly, it doesn't work either. So this system is just bad. Don't do it, Honda. One other thing that's really actually bothering me, this is actually quite an expensive car. This is 28,000 euros. It's not really cheap, and this car still has halogen headlights as standard. Come on, it's why do you put halogens outside of this car? It just looks stupid. The sort of bluish tone with the yellow headlights, it's just not nice. Either have two yellowish headlights or a xenon plus LED daytime or LED plus LED, but just don't mix those two up. If you buy this car, just, I don't know, collect some more money, or if you're leasing it, let's be honest, 1,000 here or there won't make a much difference. We're talking about, I don't know, maybe €5 per month if you're taking a 5-year lease. Just get the one with xenon headlights, and if you do buy the next model, which is the Lifestyle Edition, you actually get the very nice interior. I think it also has the electric boot and keyless entry, etc. It's just a reasonable choice to get the more expensive model. The thing I actually noticed right now, you can sort of scroll through the menus like in the iPhone. The screen is so responsive. I'm criticizing it because of the navigation system, because it's basically pointless, but why don't you get a screen without the navigation? It would make so much sense to me, because I like the screen, but I don't need the navigation. And the fact is that most car manufacturers sell you the nicer screen with the big navigation. It's just pointless. Now, this is an SUV and the ride comfort is very good actually. You don't feel bumps at all. It is on the wallowy side, and you don't get much feedback from the steering wheel, but that's sort of expected in a car of this type. I have to say that this car does feel a lot more upmarket than, for example, the Subaru Forester. One other thing about this car, you have basically two engine options, a petrol 2-liter or the diesel, which is the 1.6 liter. There are no go faster versions, there's just a economical diesel and a really not very fast petrol. But having said that, the diesel prices are just ridiculous. They are so expensive, 40, 45, maybe even €1,000. That's too much, I think. So yeah, this was my review of the 2016 Honda CRV. I hope you guys liked it. This was sort of just jump in and drive the car review. I haven't driven this car a lot, basically 20 kilometers or something like that. It's just my initial thoughts. Maybe if the car runs in, it's different. Maybe the car gets better, maybe it gets worse, I don't know. But right now, I actually quite like it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, comment, and yeah, see you again guys. Bye.